first time in the game, and SkyLark looks like he will be able to make it out of lane and has the wave following him, so should be able to get a decent chunk of experience underneath the tower here.
Okay, that was your fault. First blood on the bottom lane on Bane of all heroes. Now Arrow's gonna still connect onto Ramses. Stick charges not gonna keep him completely healthy, as Spartan is actually gonna decide to go for solo instead. Wants to go for the Drow Ranger, as the Batrider is able to pick up the Drow, and the Venge in the meantime being picked off by Spartan. Will Magic Missile him back off? Did the Drow just walk into the Firefly and die?
No, yeah, beautifully played by SkyLark. He Fairy Fires up to bait him in during the right click, and then Flame Break the Drow Ranger. So that's what ends up taking her down. 4 or 5 stacks of Napalm plus the Flame Break. Tried to deny herself to the neutrals, unable to do so. And SkyLark will pick up a couple of kills on this Batrider. And this is not the type of hero that you want to give momentum. Definitely very snowball oriented. Maybe next time, though, he's going to be dropped again, way deep behind enemy lines. And it will be, fortunately for VP, no one to pick up the last.
The OD is just happily farming away. It's the end result up towards top lane now. Got Faceless Void packing that fresh Chronosphere. They have Ramses in their sights. Here's a bubble. It's going to catch the Drow Ranger, allows SkyLark to apply a couple stacks of Napalm before Fire flying in. Will even bump him back. Gets pushed back by the Silence, but there's no way for Ramses to escape out of this. No help is coming. Are they going to start a fight anywhere else in the meantime? That's the really big question. It seems like they tried to over mid, and Arrow's going to come in. Oh, Lil almost gets hit by that while trying to repel no one. Thug's going to get Nightmared. Will save himself a little bit of that Cold Snap duration. Will imprison himself to dodge the Magic Missile. Well done. But he's going to wake up in the Ice Wall. That means his movement speed is tanked down to nothing. Omnet's going to Purify for the kill. And it will be an OD for Drow trade. That is a little bit too expensive for AD FINEM's.
In the meantime, and they did fairly well without him, so he'll be able to finish up a set of drums. Meanwhile, Madara and SkyLark poking at this top lane, but Sand King, he's rotated in now. Pasha with the epicenter will take out the Batrider with ease. Madara, he's silenced up by the Gust. Does he get the time off? If he does, just in time, but Solo, he's there to pincer him in. 2 seconds, he'll mango up, he'll get the stun off, and Madara will end up dropping. Pasha finishes him off with the Burrow Strike. Meanwhile, mid lane tower going to be chipped at here by MNT as well as
Gonna come in, driving everyone back with the drum charge, threatening the Burrow Strike, and it looks like he wants the Batrider. Is gonna catch up to him with the Burrow. Magic Missile chain stun is there, and they'll take him down. Imprison, gonna catch one set up for the Arrow, which is gonna fly really wide.
Corner from one another. He's gonna get cold snapped up. Ice Wall will be there. Flame Break will keep no one back, but he probably should be able to get the kill on SkyLark regardless. Magic Stick keeps him safe for now. Oh, one big Exort right click will end up finishing him off. In the meantime, under the cover of Moonlight Shadow in towards the mid lane, Lil and Solo could be in a lot of trouble. DJ Aura is there. Imprison does come out onto the Omni Knight. He used his Purification before this as well. Arrow gonna fly through, does connect onto Lil. He's gonna get gripped up for good measure. Swap will be there. Silence is there as well. Nice Chrono comes out, but the epicenter pops off, and it will end up killing off the Mirana. Madara goes down because of it as well. Thug, he's in trouble. A couple of last right clicks from VP will bring him down. And the Chronofear just fractions of a second too late as Pasha able to...
But they are going to save, a Gust or something similar
for
Ramses. That Griffin. Oh, Arrow for the Drow Ranger. That's a long duration one. With the Flame Break, double Starstorm, Ramses is going to get some help from Pasha, but a little bit too late to save him. Burrow Strike just to leave. Big arrow there from Spartan. And swap onto Thug. Going to bring him back into a Purify. Deal 4 staff down to the south. That was not how that was supposed to go, and now Pasha's going to get hit with the grip. Arrow's there as well as a nice Chronosphere onto 3. Scarlet's going to walk into it as well, but it doesn't matter. They're ready to take down the Sand King. Solo going to get beaten down by Madara as well. They're going to put up the GA, and there's no way to get through it, but at the same time, VP, they're not really making a hasty retreat either. They bump Ramses back down to low ground, eclipse them both. Ultra kill for Thug, and the Nightmare. It's going to catch no one. The Forge Spirits.
And the pure damage coming out from the OD should be enough to finish this off relatively quickly. Nice arrow is going to keep Pasha away from initiating, and maybe they end up losing SkyLark here, but they should be able to extract themselves as a whole from the pit here. Oh, Thug's going to choose to go south, though, but he will be able to force staff
himself with the Exorb orbs with the Forge Spirits, and he's going to go in, but immediately gets imprisoned. Thug's not too healthy, though, taking a lot of damage from these Forge Spears. Now here comes the epicenter. It's going to go right into Thug. That won't quite kill him off, but it's going to drop him very weak, forcing him back out of that fight. Now the Chronosphere drops onto no one. Can Madara actually kill off this Invoker? Needs a couple bashes? No. Oh, yes, he will, actually. He will get the kill. And now it's going to be a 2v1. It will cost them the Faceless Void. Pasha is going to try to teleport out of here. Not quite. Deep in. Arrow. Good attempt, but you don't need to work hard for an Imprison, so they're just going to do that and catch Solo. Where are you going to run, Solo? There's a SkyLark in the way.
Yeah, that was A sad sight to see. Literally everyone instantly. He will get a 3-man tornado nicely placed, but it is still slowed down by the napalm. Tries to get the Yules up on the Void. Gets the ice wall off of 4 stacks of the napalm. And Madara will come in just for the nice KS on the Void. He's finished up his Diffusal Blade, 2100. You can understand why he thought he was relatively safe in that top lane.
Oh, they got Ramses now. And he's stuck in the bubble. They still have the grip. Solo does have the ability to swap out if he can get close enough. Still, Ramsey's actually going to get repelled and should be just fine. The swap is going to bring maybe next time way too close in. Here comes the epicenter onto Spartan. Will do a truckload of damage, although he will leap up to the high ground. Should be just fine. SkyLark looking to set up some Firefly. Madara's going to jump in. Immediately gets gusted, however. Guardian Angel is going to go up, and Madara, nice Chronosphere onto his only ally. That is not what you want, and it will be Ramses firing in onto SkyLark. Madara messing up hard there. And that will lead to another kill for VP. The Faceless Void does clean up the Sand King elsewhere. ThuG looking to reinitiate off to the east side of the fight.
Popped by the Radiant side. There is no Chronosphere, but they need to be very careful here going in. And Spartan's going to look to find them with the Sanity's Eclipse on the ground. No one will be able to pick up the Aegis, and the Dire do get the last hit. Now AD FINEM in trouble trying to get out. Ramses is repelled up, should be able to bring down the Bane here. No, he's actually going to be able to make it away on MNT. Now no one in a little bit of trouble, does have the Aegis, but they do imprison. They'll get the dust up, repel, will keep no one safe. They'll turn for Ramses, perhaps the more important target. Nice burrow though through 2 on the Sand King. Sanity's Eclipse was already used, but ThuG with so much stolen intelligence is just continuing to right-click down these heroes. Now he'll get the lasso off onto the Sand King. Beautiful imprison into the arrow. Pasha's going to be brought down. The next target is no one who's got the Aegis, and Tick should kill him off here. He is going to respawn. They do not have an arrow, but they should have enough damage simply to bring him down. He will be able to Yules himself up here. They have the grip if need be. They're going to expend it for safe measure. MNT may go down to the Forge Spirits here or the Creeps. No, he'll Nightmare himself and survive.
Just by virtue of blink into an imprison. And usually we don't see that from OD players. And also, well, somehow the Bane was able to survive that. I'm not sure how he got out at like 6 HP twice, but... you know, whatever, man. They do have a Diffusal Blade chasing after the Omni-Knight. Repel is gone. Purify can only do so much. OD gonna cut him off, and Faceless Void will grab the kill. He even uses GA there. A very, very long cooldown, which will do nothing for him. Creep Wave still alive, I suppose. Now the Chronosphere gonna catch Solo. Again, not the best, but it should be able to get them at least this kill. Sunstrike, though, gonna kill off the Faceless in trade. And the OD is gonna blink out before the Drow Frost arrows can connect. This OD is playing pretty darn well, and they have quite a bit of it. But even this BKB on the Drow Ranger is not completely safe because of exactly this. They grab him and the Bro Strike misses Ramses. You need the BKB right about now. He's going to pop it at about half HP, but it's purely to retreat. ThuG is going to pop his as well. They're going to bump Pasha out of that Sandstorm, and he is going to fall. He got tagged in the arrow. They caught Solo with the grip, and now the OD is going to push forward. Tornado EMP Meteor going to halt the advance. Someone's in a bubble. It's the Omni-Knight. He's going to try to teleport out looking for the bash, and they don't even need it. Just enough damage to get the kill. Like a tidal wave, AD FINEM will spill forward in VP. Just not enough heroes to hold the line. BKB charges used every which way, but the Chronosphere is still up. So AD FINEM have that advantage.
ThuG is playing out of his mind right now with these imprisons, as you already touched upon, but just want to keep harping on how well he's positioning himself and choosing the proper target for this imprison almost every time in these engagements. Bounces forward there, gets his team another kill. Now a Chronosphere will find no one. They're good enough to use it on the solo target as everyone else was down. SkyLark was trapped in it, but he'll be able to force himself back out. That's 3 heroes on the sidelines, all of which do not have buyback. A couple will be up relatively shortly, but they should be able to get at least the melee racks before VP can mount any sort of defense. They do have the Epicenter available. They're smoked up as for Ramsey's going to jump and misses the gust. Epicenter coming through. It will connect onto ThuG. He does not have a BKB for 7 seconds, but the Nightmare is there to keep them from right-clicking on him. Now the lasso's going to find Ramses, which denies up most of their damage. Self-Imprison comes out for the OD Madara. He's going to have to try and back. Will end up Manta styling and zipping away. Lil in trouble. Now Sanity's Eclipse going to come out, finish off the Omni Knight. Ramses standing tall with his BKB, but MNT in the front lines. The BKB going to expire soon. Spartan leaping forward alongside SkyLark. Arrow's going to be there. It will connect. ThuG will come in for the kill. Will force staff himself out. Earn charge. Nightmare will keep him alive. And the melee...
Low zone smoke, and well, guess the wrong direction. They do have the Batrider in the air. Ramses is invis, but the Batrider has a gem and he sees him. Ramses does not want to be here. BKB won't even save him, even if he can get it off. He does not have buyback. The bottom lane tier 2 is alive, but not for long. And maybe next time, found no one, was getting caught. Part of your plan, because here's the grip. Where's the follow-up? Arrow, blink forward, double Starstorm, and that'll be a very easy kill on the Invoker. He at least does have a buyback. but it's just AD FINEM dismantling VP every
Yeah.
which way, while still having the Chronosphere in backup just in case. We're going to need a Miracle Epicenter. Here it comes. He's going to blink into the middle of creeps, trying to focus SkyLark, but in the meantime, the Faceless Void is able to take down the Vengeful Spirit. They drop the Sand King super low, and he's dead as well. They're running out of buybacks. They're running out of heroes. No one's going to push him back with the Deafening Blast. BKB will hold for right now. GA as well. Can't kill him just yet, but you're not dying either, so as AD FINEM, they can just keep on rolling forward. They have the Omnite with the Bash. No one even forced to huddle in his fountain just to stay alive, and more bashes on the Omnite will kill him off. I don't know where no one's going. It's not the right direction. He's gonna try to go invis, but he gets grabbed with the lasso, yanked out of his base, and now with the dust, they'll take him down. Double kill for the Bane. And ThuG, he still survives. 18, 2, and 12. GG is called AD FINEM. They smash VP in this third game.
Yeah, this is we see AD FINEM put together some great drafts sometimes. Sometimes they have individual play be great, and